early.
Yeah, normally we're early. Let me do the intro first. Cheaters, beware. So if you
Uh-oh.
out there cheating and you lying and you scheming, this is the show for you because one of my favorite shows is Tammy Robin Caught in the Act. And I always look at the show and be like, man, this show is full of ish. There's no way that these private eyes are catching these people in these type of situations. And know what? I got an expert here is going to tell us all about how he used to catch people doing some dirt. So let me break it down for you for all those who don't watch the show. Somebody called, come to Tammy office. They sit on the couch. They say my boyfriend or my girlfriend doing me dirty, and they start crying on the couch. Normally it's some dude crying because his woman cheating on him. Because we all know men don't cheat. We all know men don't cheat. There's always some woman doing the man dirty. He come on the couch. He cried to Tammy, I love my wife. I love my wife. She out here running around on the streets. I don't know what's going on. I need you to put some people on her. You got something to say? That's why you muffled. That's because the Lord know you lying. That's why you muffled.
Oh no, hold on, here we go.
The
Because
Lord, the
no,
Lord know you lying. That's why you muffled over there.
because we all know women cheat, but men cheat too. Don't say y'all cheat
See?
too.
Yeah,
Women
you
just diabolical with
see the Lord know you lying. That's why you muffled over there.
it. It's still
Up.
Uh,
See, that was God's will. She'll be back. That was God's will. That's when you know a woman lying. The whole service shut down. All of a sudden,
uh-oh.
their service don't work. All right, Jack, let me break it down to you. So normally it's a private investigator who
Hmm.
watched this person for days,
Yeah.
sometimes multiple days. So
Hmm.
break down. Hold on. Let's add her back in here. There we go.
Can you
See,
hear me now? Can
yeah,
you hear me
I can
Yes.
hear you
now?
now.
Can you
The
hear me
Yes.
Lord knew you
now?
were lying. That's why.
Clear and
Nah, nah,
beautiful.
nah, 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 nah. Because what I said was the truth. Women cheat, but men cheat too. Women just diabolical with it. That's the only difference. We're diabolical with our
Ah.
cheating. We are very diabolical with it. Because what you don't know, and I'm gonna give you this little tidbit, and this is for all the men out there. This is what women do. We'll talk to you a couple times about it first, which y'all call nagging. We'll talk to you about what's going on with us first, and then we emotionally cheat on you. And then we'll talk to you some more and admit to emotionally cheating on you. And when you still don't listen to us, that's when we go elsewhere. Because that same person we emotionally cheated on you with is the same person 9 times out of 10 we're gonna sleep on them on them. We'll sleep with them on you.
Oh, man.
Mm.
So
All
that's
right.
just I don't care. Women can hate me for it, but it's the truth. We emotionally cheat before we physically cheat. The only reason why it seems so much more hurtful to y'all is because men can cheat, but they can't take when a woman cheat on them. It's like the whole world then ended. Women are supposed to forgive and forgive and forgive every time we get cheated on. But let a man get cheated on one time. He not gonna forgive you. He ready to end the whole world, break out your windows, bust up your business, all of that.
We're cooked, guys. We're cooked.
Yeah, see, the Lord
So
knows she lying. That's why she keep on cutting in and out. So normally it's a private investigator who watches the suspected cheater. Like I said, normally a woman because they be out here scheming,
Hmm.
and they watch this person for days on end. They watch them very detailed. They use certain equipment to make sure they can spy on them. So
Hmm.
you the expert, Jack. Is any of this equipment they actually use on the show actually real?
I don't know what equipment they use, but I
I'll
was
break it down with you. They be
okay.
having pens with cameras, lighters
Yes.
with cameras. They be having glasses with cameras. They be having. You think about it. They put a camera in it, and they'll put it right there where the cheater supposed to be at, and have a full recording of the cheater in the act. They be putting. Let me
Definitely.
put on these glasses. Let me put this hat on with a camera in the hat. Let me put this shirt on. The button right here got a camera in it. I'm like, how many cameras can you really have when you're trying to catch somebody doing something dirty?
Yeah, so I was a PI for 8 years. I mostly did workman's comp. So I worked for an insurance company. But many of this is relevant because what I would do is, like a car fob, like a car key fob, we had that as a camera. We had the glasses as a camera. We had the pen camera. And we just had a regular camera. and we would black out the windows in our car, and we would set up a surveillance position like outside the person's home, wait till they come out, film them, and then if they went to the gym, we would have like a little key fob, and we would, we would get like a guest pass to work out in that gym, and we would film them while they were working out. If there was no signs that said you can't film the person there, then we couldn't. Um, and if they're in the grocery store, we would have a little key camera and follow them around. If they ate, we would have a little key camera. They were hard to use because the view on those little cameras is so narrow that you have to make sure that you have it straight on. But I filmed a guy that was in a rock group in Hollywood, and I filmed his whole set with a little key camera. So that's very accurate. There's all types of surveillance tools available to PIs, and now drones. Now you can fly drones over people's houses, and you can see what they're doing in their backyard. And so there's the technology is really there, and yeah, I mean they can catch you with anything.
Speaking of, I did see them use a drone before and fly in the backyard as that scandalous woman had her boyfriend in that dude pool having a funky old good time. So,
I
Wow.
so
remember that episode.
so
I
you
remember.
know what, you are right, Jack. You are right. They flew the drone in the backyard, and that scandalous woman that's back there living her life like it's going and thinking nobody's gonna see nothing. So let me ask you this, because these people are always surprised when they get caught. How
Mhm.
good are you at really following someone when they don't know you're there?
Well, so I'll tell you like a couple of the techniques that we use when we follow someone. So we make sure, like if you're a good private investigator, you're way back on the person. You're not following them like bumper to bumper. You usually have like a car or two in between you and the person at all times, if you can. There's some cases where you can't. I've been busted before. I've been busted several times following people, and I've been in some pretty bad hoods where I was caught in like a loop, like a little dead end U
Ooh.
turn, and they
A
blocked me
cul-de-sac.
off.
Yeah, we call them
Yeah,
cul-de-sacs.
they blocked me off, and they had a gun up to my window, and they were threatening my life. So it's dangerous work, PI work, and like yeah, you really have to make sure that they don't know you're following you, and you can kind of notice trends in how they're driving to see if they're trying to lose a tail or not, if they're slowing down, if they're speeding up, if they're taking sharp turns, if they're pulling off into certain areas, and you just like as a PI, you develop that instinct to know when you're it's called burn. If they burn you, that means that they know that you're onto them, and usually you have to call into whoever is your boss and be like, yeah, I'm burned, I can't follow him anymore. And sometimes they'll have you get in another car and follow them, or they'll just send another investigator after them.
Mm. I'm pretty sure Miss Fats,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure she got some questions.
Actually, I don't because I've never been one of them people. If you cheat and you cheat, and it's gonna come out, and you're gonna be the one look stupid in the end. Like I shouldn't have to hire somebody to go and look for somebody if I don't trust you. We just
You
not
know what
gonna
I
be
tell
together.
people? Because I've had several people like tell, like several friends be like, I don't know if my partner's cheating on me, and they tried to hire me. And I always tell them, I'm like, if you suspect it, they probably are, and you're just
Yep.
wasting money on me. You know what I'm saying?
you're
Like if you think that, then your instincts are probably right. You
yeah.
know?
Like if I think that the moment I start to feel like you hiding something from me and I got to go snooping, the trust is broken. So like
Yeah.
what you do is a good deed because there is some cases where it's like, okay, listen, because I know it, but I need proof. Like when you're married, you know what I'm saying, and your spouse is cheating, you need that proof. So
Yeah, you
that
need
would
it
be a situation.
legally.
That's a different situation. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying, but to
Like
be
for
my
child
boyfriend,
support and stuff like
yeah,
that, you
like
really need that evidence. Yeah.
but to just have you following my boyfriend around because I suspected 9 times out of 10 is true, and I'm ready to hit skirts anyway.
Yeah.
There's no like I'll talk to you about it. Like, listen, what's going on? And if you lied to me, and I know you're lying to me, I'm good. I'm just gonna cut to the left, block you, and move on with my life. Call it
Mm-hmm.
what you want.
And I
That's
mean,
just me.
you're probably going to spend at least $500 a day on a PI. You know,
And I'm a
um,
brokey. I don't got money like that. You know what I could do with
yeah.
$500?
And you know, like a lot of days, I would be out there for 12 hours a day, and I would get nothing. Like the person would never come out of their house. You know, and it would just
You
be a day of me getting paid and getting nothing. So you know that sucks for the person who paid for it, right?
uh, hold on,
I,
real quick. Hey, mom, real
I
quick.
seen that. I seen
Come
that
here.
when a person
Would you pay? Would you pay a PI
uh
to follow your spouse around? So yeah, my mother agrees. She said,
Yeah,
she
if you're
don't.
suspicious, it's most and women's intuition is always point on. So like if a woman suspects that you're cheating, you're probably cheating.
Yeah, our
yeah.
our our intuition is normally spot on. However, this is one thing I would do want to warn women about. Stop using your past to justify your intuition. There's a difference between the intuition and your insecurities. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
That's
big
true.
difference. And until these females grow up and really form into women, they're not going to understand the difference. But there's a big difference between an insecurity. Okay. Like it's just, you have to know that difference. And once women know that difference, it'll be so much easier.
Hmm. And
So much
I
easier.
think like a big thing that I've learned, you know, being older and getting being in relationships and that sort of thing is that the big mistake that a lot of people make is during the honeymoon period, like the first few months, is you're just trying to please that person instead of setting boundaries, which are the
Hmm.
foundation. You know, if you don't want
I've
your
done that.
man running around and doing like, you know, going to the club and, you know, getting drinks with the guys where there's like, you know, those big booty Latinas like dancing all around and they're going to be flirtatious. And if you don't want them around them, you got to make that clear in the honeymoon period, in the
Well,
very like when you have the googly eyes and you're in love. That's when you have to lay down the boundaries and be like, this is what I expect if I'm going to be in a relationship. Because in all honesty, it's not fair if you're just putting on these boundaries. You met this person, you accept them, and you're giving them everything, and
but
then
you
all
didn't
of a
give those
sudden,
boundaries right then and there. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you have to set the foundation early.
Because I said it like this. So this is my biggest thing when in a relationship. You can have fun with your boys. Go out, have fun with your boys. Do that because this is my thing. When I ask you for my date night, I don't want no excuses on why you can't do it. I don't want to hear nothing about you got to cancel nothing. No. I let you kick it with your friends this week, that week, and didn't complain, didn't say nothing, didn't argue, didn't say don't go. This is
Mhm.
the night that I'm asking you for. And that's all that I'm asking for. If you can't give me at least one date night out of the month, that's a deal breaker for me. That's the one boundary I am going to set completely because I know that honeymoon phase is going to end. We not going to go out all the time and do all of that. But I need at least one a month. At least one a month. I don't need roses. I don't need all the extravagant stuff. You know what I'm saying? One date night a month. And I'm fine. I'm cool with that. I'm not saying I don't want to see you throughout the month, you know what I'm saying, outside of that. But as far as like us going out, you know what I'm saying, having a date night, a us night with no interruptions, one a month.
Mhm.
Where your friends, no, your baby mama, nobody else matters that day unless it's an emergency. That's my day.
Mhm. That's fair.
I
That
think
is
that's
very
fair.
fair. Yeah, I noticed one of the episodes, Jack, the private eye actually avoided accident because they were so close trying to follow someone. So has that ever happened to you when you was following somebody? You almost got in a fender bender trying to chase them down the road?
No, but I've been in a lot of high speed chases, but I've been in high speed chases where they're chasing me, and
Oh,
I've had yeah, and he was like a big 300-pound gangbanger, and like I honestly don't blame him for being pissed because you know I was doing my job, but I was
mhm.
following him to like to schools, like picking up his
Oh,
kids. So
yeah.
Papa Bear got really mad, and he wanted to kill me And so like I was weaving through traffic, so it was close, like I was running red lights, I was weaving through traffic, and he was on me in a minivan, like,
Yep,
yeah,
he was from the hood. He was from the
yeah,
hood.
yeah, he was on me and he wanted to kill me. And so like, yeah, it was by the grace of God that I made it out of that one. But yeah, like I was weaving through traffic, so like I could have been in an accident easily, but luckily I've never been in a collision um, during my 8 years of like doing PI work.
So I have a question for you real quick. So have you ever had it to where you were like face to face, like almost physical or completely physical when doing this job? Because like he said, it is dangerous. You've been on high speed chases. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like that. Have you ever like got that close to where it was like, yo, I gotta
Oh
defend
yeah.
myself or I gotta hurt you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Several times. Like I was outside a hospital actually, and this like homeless ex-con saw me filming someone, and he was like, "What the fuck are you filming?" And I was like, "Shut up, bitch." So I was like, "Shut up, bitch. Mind your own business." He's like, "What?" And he started stepping up to me, and like I squared up with him in the parking lot, and we were about to go blow for blow. And then the security guard came up, and like, he was telling the security guard, he was like, he was filming someone. I saw him filming someone. And I was like, look, I'll let you see my phone, because I was filming with the phone, and I
Mhm.
had two phones on me, and I gave him the other phone, and I was like, look, there's no pictures there. This guy's messed out. I was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And so like, yeah, I mean, I've almost gotten a lot of altercations. I've had
But here's,
cops pull guns on me in my car.
oh
They've like,
wow.
yeah, like I've had to do the thing where I put both my hands out the door, and they have like guns pointed at me because I was doing surveillance out of someone's house. So I've been in a lot of like I've had a lot of guns pointed at me in my time doing surveillance, probably over 5 times.
One more question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had like any threats that come behind it? Like, oh, I'm gonna find you. Like, have they act like I'm pretty sure there's been threats, but have you ever had like somebody try to like come back after making one of those threats?
You mean like come to my house, or like track me down, or like
Yeah.
get?
You know,
Yeah, I
people
mean,
get like that. So that's why I
yeah,
was
no, I've
asking.
had people threaten that. They've like taken the picture of my license plate, and they're like, "I'm gonna find out where you live," and that sort of thing. But it's like if they ever want to come and find me, they can find me. That's my theory. Because once they come to my house, it's on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, like when I'm out there, like I'm working for a company, so I've got to like keep it cool and try to
Mm-hmm.
de-escalate. But never. I've had other investigators where people have come to their house and threatened them, but it's never happened to me. Luckily, thank God.
Whew, I send
Mm,
prayers out to y'all because that is not a line of work for me.
Oh, I'm so glad
mm.
I'm out of it. I'm so
Mm.
glad that like I had to go to therapy, and like my therapist told me, it's like it's the job, it's the job that's giving you the stress, and that's when I made the decision to like get out of it. And that's how I started powerlifting. Is like I would relieve that stress through lifting heavy weight. So it's
Oh,
a
you want to see me power lift real quick? Look.
there you go. Take it down.
I'm
But
sorry,
yeah,
I had to. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. But yeah, it's a tough job, and it like a lot of times you're not armed doing it. Like you have to have special licenses that like be armed or have a gun or defend yourself. I mean, I had makeshift weapons in my car, but that's it. Like so, you're really on your own out there as a
Couldn't be
PI.
me because I'm still gonna have a gun. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
that's not the line of work for me. I'm good. I'll
no.
stick with working in the ICU trauma. That's what I like. That I like that. It's safe there until they wake up and don't know where where they been at
Yeah, I mean,
3 days
at least in the
later. But
ICU, if someone acts up, you have like security, and you have
you
protection.
know, you know who security was when I worked in the ICU. You know who security was?
What I think I know him. I think I know
Me.
him pretty well.
It was me. I had to be security. We had so real quick. We had a young man that was shot out there. So he came in GSW. So when they come into the hospital, it's automatic. Nobody can go back there and see them until the detective clears it. Nobody. We don't care if you the mom, the dad, the wife. We don't care who you is until the detective says this person can come back. You know what I'm saying? And that person gives the list. Nobody can come in that room. The
Hmm.
family was out there ready to fight the nurses, the chaplain.
Oh
Security
man.
can't get nobody to calm down. They like, that. Can you go, you know what I'm saying, try to help them? I'm like, listen, hey, y'all, listen. We from the same hood. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but right now, we got to let the detectives clear it. Then I let y'all come in here, you know what I'm saying? But we can only have so many in the room at a time. I say
Yeah.
it's a safety thing for, you know what I'm saying, not only for him, but for us as well. So just go, you know what I'm saying? Just breathe for a second. I get it. But these mofos was ready to bust down. Ain't no security. I was security.
Yeah. Damn.
I
That's
was
rough.
putting myself in the line of fire because I got other patients in there. I can't have y'all out here acting up.
Hmm.
Mm. Now,
I ain't know none of them folks.
now, good question is, what are some signs of a cheating spouse or someone, I guess, trying to mislead you?
I think one is they won't show you your phone. They like the protectiveness over the phone. That's a big red flag. You know.
Take my phone. Don't touch my money. Don't touch my food. Take my phone.
When someone like a big sign is like when you're out to dinner with someone and they receive a text and they immediately put the phone down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not even talking about let me see your phone because that's like kind of an invasion of privacy, and I would be like fuck you. But I mean, when someone like you have a text message and you're with someone on a date and they immediately put down the phone or they're like hiding the phone from you, then that's a sign that there's something probably going on.
That or when they keep it upside down.
Well,
Hmm.
no, that's not true. Because for me, if we're going out to eat and we're doing something, I turn my phone upside down because I don't want to be distracted. My attention is on you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair.
That's just me. And if the phone, if it goes off, and you know what I'm saying, I'll pick it up to see if it's something important because you know what I'm saying, I have family, and I'll look and see if
Hmm.
it's important. If it's important, I'll say, hey, I need to respond to this. If not, put my phone back down. You want to see it here? Just don't touch my plate. Like take my
Yeah.
phone, don't touch my food. Like so I guess it would depend on the person. Now, if a woman has never set her phone face down and then she start doing it out of the blue, yeah, yeah.
Hey man, y'all secretive women, man. You got the real text messages behind that calculator.
Oh, I'm not. What calculator app? Here, you have the you want to put your
Uh
face ID on my phone? I've never been one for secrets. You can go through my phone. I have nothing to hide from you. But just know the moment that you go through my phone, the trust is broken because now I'm going to feel like you're doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, so you gonna
And
try
it,
to do psychology on a reverse psychology?
It's not a reverse psychology thing because why did you just come out the blue and automatically assume that I was cheating?
yeah, I mean, that's a sign that the relationship's not working in the first place. Right when the suspicion creeps in, that's
Because
usually
this
a
is
sign that's not going to work anyways.
here, pick up my phone. Here, who you want to text? Matter of fact, if
Mm,
you want to know what I be talking about, go to my best friend text messages. Go to my mama. Ooh, go to my mama. Text me and my mama. We talk
mm,
about everything. I'll tell you where to go look. I'll even tell
mm,
you whose messages to look through on social media if you want to go look for something. If you want to see what I be talking about. But
yeah,
once you do that, just know I'm done after that. Especially if I know I haven't done anything, I'm done after that.
yeah. I,
Mm.
I mean, I pretty much, I like in relationships, I play it oblivious. Like I do not do jealousy. If you're gonna cheat on me, like do it. Fair enough. I'm gonna end it. That's fine. Like we don't even have to talk about it. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna like blow up. Like I'm gonna go where I'm appreciated. And if you're looking for someone that doesn't appreciate you and you keep coming back to someone who doesn't appreciate you, then you're just doing a disservice to yourself. I would say once you have a sense of infidelity or once the first thing of jealousy comes up, it's pretty much probably going to be a toxic relationship, and it's probably a sign you shouldn't be in it in the
So
first
I have
place.
a question. I got a question because I was told that I was toxic because of this, okay?
Mhm.
Now, that is, you know what I'm saying, part of my nickname, but that's besides the point. I was told I was toxic because the guy was like, so what if you catch me cheating? Okay, if I catch you cheating, bye, deuces. I'm going to. hey, enjoy, and I'm gonna leave. You ain't gonna no for what? What am I going to get upset for? The best way to hurt you is to block you and move on. I'm not about to go sleep with your best friend. I'm not about to go sleep with your cousin, your
Well,
dad, none of that. I'm going to block you and move on with my life. He was like, that's toxic as fuck.
no,
I'm sorry.
that's good for your mental health, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad for your mental health if you react to it. If you just block it and move on and walk away and protect your peace, I think that's very mature. You
Now,
know,
don't get me wrong. I ain't always
uh
been like this. I was that girl. I
huh,
tried to run one of my exes over with my car. Okay, I was, yeah.
uh
Okay, listen. Listen. I tried to run a man over my car, but you know what I'm saying. I was that toxic, and
huh.
it took me getting with my husband, my late husband, to be like, that's just too much energy. Like I
It
don't. I'm
is.
tired. So like it was when I got with him, it was just completely different. He's been gone 4 years now. Now people be like, wanting to argue, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
congratulations. And they're like, you so toxic. How? Because I don't want to argue because I enjoy my peace.
Mhm.
Mm.
And the
Because
best,
this is my.
and
It's better for me to just put my hands on you to get my point across than to sit here and waste the more energy going back and forth arguing when I could just punch you in your mouth and call it a day. I don't condone violence. I don't. We
no,
don't
and you
condone
know what?
violence.
Like, the best way to get back at someone is just not to react. Because a lot of
Hmm.
times these people are looking for reactions. You know, they want to feel loved and appreciated by acting like a child and acting up and doing bad things to you. They want to hurt you to get a reaction because they don't, they need
Hmm.
the attention. And when you
Ex-
don't give them the attention, that's the best way to get back at them because it's going to drive them insane. If you
Yep.
block them and walk away.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, oh, and only if I had a guy I never met him before, right? Never met him. We were supposed to link for my birthday when I was in Memphis. And something was just like, yeah, nah. I blocked him. Like, y'all was like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't even want to meet you anymore. Like, something just don't feel right. So I
Mm.
blocked him. Oh no, it wasn't because of that. It was because I'm sapiosexual. He said you already knew you weren't gonna have sex with me when you because you're sapiosexual. You sapiosexual bees don't ever want to give it up. And I'm like, what? So I blocked him. Like, okay, that's how you feel. Like, okay, blocked.
Yeah,
He made so many different text now numbers. So the whole week I was in Memphis, every day I got at least 50 text messages from this man. Every day. He was texting me from a different number. I'm blocking them. Like, dude, come on. Like, it was for a reason. It was for a reason.
that sounds like a very sensitive man.
Mm.
Man, I wouldn't even call that a man. That's
Yeah,
boy.
no boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right. Final question is, when do you know it's time to walk away from a bad situation before you have to call Tammy and Jack to go spy on your scandalous girlfriend?
Um, yeah, when you're not getting the same energy that you're giving them, when it's not, you're not reciprocated for your affection, your attention, that's usually when it's time to end things, because they obviously have their attention on someone else. If they don't have their attention on you and they're not giving you reciprocal affection, then it's probably being received somewhere else. They're probably giving it somewhere else, and you should probably move on.
mm.
Mm.
Ladies, once you get that, ladies and gentlemen, once you get that feeling that you even got to go that route, just talk about it. And if you feel like it ain't resolved and your feeling don't change, walk away because you tried to resolve the issue. Don't put too much time and effort into a feeling that doesn't go away.
It's not worth your
Mm.
mental health. Yeah.
It's not because I'm mentally screwed till this day because I didn't take care of it. That's why I keep telling I ain't ready for a relationship yet. Give me a little bit more time. I lost my
That.
husband 4 years ago. My mental capacity is full. I need
Mhm.
to get some of that out of there before I even don't do it. Once you
Yeah.
feel it, let it go. It's not worth it.
hmm And like, just for me personally, I went through a divorce 2 years ago, and I actually still live in the same house with my ex-wife, and her boyfriend comes over, and I'm friends with him. And actually, our relationship is a lot better after we got a divorce because there isn't, this jealousy and,
Hmm.
other things happening, and we can appreciate each other as people. And it was actually a very mature thing to do. So sometimes walking away actually like saves the
Yeah.
relationship, as being, recognizing the person that you loved, and maybe you love that person, but it wasn't meant for marriage. Maybe it's just
Right.
meant to be like someone that's in your life that you're friends with and that you care about, and you want to see them happy. And like, I'm so
And there's
happy
nothing
that
wrong with
she's
that.
with her boyfriend because he's such a good guy. And I'm glad, and I'm like, I am still protective over her, and
As
I
you
still
should be.
want the best for her,
Mhm.
because she's a wonderful person. It just didn't work out in the relationship, and that's okay. And people have to realize that, it's not always going to work out in the relationship aspect, but that doesn't mean that you can't have respect and appreciation for that person, you know.
My ex, I tried to run over with a car. I can't say his name. R.I.P. to him. I love him to death. He died a year after my husband did.
Oh
But
no.
it's so crazy because we were together for a while. We
Hmm.
broke up. Now this is the crazy part. I was pretty much his family and my family. You know what I'm saying? Was around each other our whole lives. And then me
Hmm.
and him started dating. We dated for a while. It didn't work out. I tried to run
Hmm.
him over with my car. I want to say about a year went by. He got married to the girl he cheated on me with. But me and him, for some reason, just became good friends. And when my husband died, he sat on the phone to let me call him everything in the book except for a child of God. And he was like, "Are you done yet?" And he
Hmm.
did it every time I felt like I needed to get off my chest. So it was just crazy because we went from that moment where we was beefing and I was trying to kill him to
Hmm.
this man supporting me after losing a man you know what I'm saying, the man that I was married to.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that because he was still protective over me, and I'm pretty sure if my husband was alive and we wasn't together, he would still be protective over me too. So it's just
Yeah.
how y'all have that relationship. Some relationships are meant as friendships, or you know what I'm saying, to be some sort of family, but not, you know what I'm saying, hey, let's bump and grind every day.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
maturity. It's maturity. As you get older, you realize that, and you don't take things personally.
Mm-hmm.
You take things that that are best for your well-being and best for their well-being. And in my case, it was best for both of our well-being. And I'm so happy for her. You know.
As you should be, and
Yeah.
that's growth and maturity.
Hmm.
We just took
Hmm.
over the show, didn't we?
No, no, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this conversation. I was like to say, and I guess in closing, one thing I learned is stay away from the big booty Latino women,
Yes.
and the dudes that
Yes.
will, and for all the young ladies out there, stay away from the dudes that will create an app so they can text you 50 times in a row, because
Please, oh my God, signs and red flags
clearly,
go away.
he wanted to feel the thickness. So hey, man. So hey, I appreciate you
And had
guys for
he
your
not been a
candor.
creepity creeper, he might have got the rub on the thigh or two.
Mm.
Hey.
He was listen. My Memphis trip was what happened to Memphis stays in Memphis. Let's just say I had a dang good time in Memphis. Shout out to
Hey,
Memphis. Shout out to Memphis because I
I gotta go
definitely
to
had a good
Memphis
time.
now.
Hey,
I
look,
gotta
they
go to
didn't.
hey,
Memphis.
They, I can tell you this: they not fat phobic in Memphis. I can say that, ladies. They are not fat phobic in Memphis.
They like them
hey,
thick.
man.
There
They
you
like
go.
them. They probably all that good eating down there. They got it. They got it like them thick.
Hey. I'm out of here. I have to. I just went and replenished my stock.
Yeah, replenish your stock. We ain't
I
gonna
had,
say what that stock is because we
yeah,
on
I went and
YouTube.
replenished my
uh-huh.
stock, and so and I bought some new gadgets and gadgets. So it's
Nice.
my playtime.
Hey, well,
Nice.
don't break your rolls now. Don't break the rolls now. Don't
I
break
don't
the
even use
rolls.
those. I just make a
God
phone call.
bless.
I got
So
a human
nice to
rose.
talk to you.
You too. Have a good one.
You
All
have a
right,
great
we'll
day.
see you next time. We're gonna try to get the Fitness Avengers in one place at one time. Hopefully, it
All
work
right,
Okay,
out.
Hulk.
don't invite me to that one. I like to be flubbery. Okay, be flubbery.
Until next time,
All
See
salute.
ya.
right. Have a great day, guys. Bye.